Welcome back to Chasing the Target, match number 9 or 10, 9 शायद, if I'm not wrong. Kolkata Knight Riders visiting Chinnaswamy Stadium for RCB. And yeah, I mean, again, it's going to be Virat Kohli versus Gautam Gambhir in the mix of things. And hopefully this time around we don't have a fight, or we do have a fight, actually. I hope for a fight. But um, Musabai, two good teams, solid on paper. RCB and KKR going head to head at the Chinnaswamy, a smaller ground. RCB winning their first game. I mean, winning their first game at home rather, convincingly. And yeah, what are you looking forward to in KKR versus RCB?
Yeah, I think अभी जो ट्रेंड चल रहा है होम टीम्स आर विनिंग लेकिन केकेआर ऐसी टीम है जो द वे दे स्टैक्ड अप उनको ये काइंड ऑफ ग्राउंड विल हेल्प देम बिकॉज दैट बिग हिटर्स आंड्रे रसेल है आपके पास रिंकू सिंह है फिल सॉल्ट है तो आई थिंक this kind of ground will suit them and then their spinners also have a good record अगर आप देखो नारायण Varun Chakravarti did well in the Chinnaswamy, and in general they do have a good record against RCB. But yeah, from RCB's point of view, if I'm looking at it, if they can do back-to-back wins, both confidence aa jayega going into the next set of games, and they can try and make Chinnaswamy into fortress this season. With the ball again, I back KKR a bit, and ये conditions where if you do bowl a bit better, you do win the game. तो मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि bowling wise कलकत्ता थोड़ा सा strong दिख रही. But yeah, a lot will ride on Mohammad Siraj, I think, if you look at RCB's bowling performance.
Yeah, a lot will ride, and probably an opportunity of Lockie Ferguson coming in as well for Azari Jozo because it's his former club, right? Like it's former franchise KKR, and he knows a bit of about them and what their thought process is. He's worked under the Gambhir, has he? Maybe not. I'm not sure on that, but Lockie Ferguson will probably be given a chance. Maybe I feel, but I'm not sure. Obviously, till the match starts. But Gambhir versus Kohli, होने वाला है कुछ?
पता नहीं इट डिपेंड्स मैच कितना क्लोज आता है अगर लाइक इट्स अ क्लोज गेम सुपर ओवर टाइप मैच अगर है लास्ट बॉल फिनिश है तो देन देयर कुड बी समथिंग अगर वन साइडेड है तो मे बी नॉट मच again it also depends on the field if Harshit Rana does some sledging or if any of the other players Nitish Rana is an aggressive guy as well अगर वहां पे थोड़ा सा aggression दिख गया then we might see something then Gambhir might get involved otherwise ऐसा नहीं लग रहा लाइक दे डोंट फाइट एवरी गेम तो अभी हुआ लास्ट अब देखना पड़ेगा ये इट डिपेंड्स आई थिंक अगेन ऑन हाउ क्लोज द मैच इज
Yeah, but I don't think हर्षित राणा करेंगा ये वो विराट कोहली को. I think वो पूरे दिल्ली के बच्चे पूरे they respect विराट way too much. But I mean, apart from Gambhir maybe, but I'm just saying like I don't if he does that to Virat Kohli, he knows what his career is going to be, and it's probably going to be ended by memes and all of these content creators. So I don't know if he's going to take that risk. Mayank
या वो
अग्रवाल के
हीट ऑफ
साथ
द
बहुत
मोमेंट
ज्यादा
रहता
चल
है
जाए.
देखो क्लासन के साथ भी जो हुआ था वो लाइक मैच फंस गया था हैदराबाद के उसमें आ गया था मैच एंड एकदम से उन्हें विकेट ले लिया एंड देन ही सेंट हिम ऑफ एज वेल इट्स नॉट लाइक ही वाज प्लानिंग इट वो हीट ऑफ द मोमेंट अगर हो गया तो हो गया नहीं तो लाइक नो वन रियली प्लान्स लाइक गिविंग द सेंड ऑफ ऑल द टाइम
Yeah, straight diving into your first pick of all the six ones that we have in store. Who are you going to go with?
Phil Salt, my first pick, he looked in good form against Sunrisers 50 मार दिया था उन्हें वो मैच में और आई थिंक चिन्नास्वामी उसको सूट करेगा स्मॉल बाउंड्रीज पावर प्ले में उन्हें इस्तेमाल कर सकता है कि he can try to hit the ball over the top also. He's not a guy just finding the gaps, he can hit over the top and take those risks. So yeah, Phil Salt is my guy to open the batting and yeah, will he keep? He'll keep, right?
Yeah,
He'll keep well. Yeah, so he's catch points, भी stumping points मिल जाएंगे Phil Salt के तो yeah, I'm going Salt as my first pick.
salty pick. मेरा first pick रहेगा captain of RCB Faf du Plessis. I mean, last game around he didn't manage to get off to a good start, but first game में चेपक में देखे he's not completely out of form. He did smash the 39. तो मेरे हिसाब से Faf knows what he's responsible for and what he brings to this team and what he needs to bring to the team. Is a very good opening partnership with Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli का not so much feels में आ रहा मेरे को आज. I don't know. I just feel like spinners है वहाँ पे. They have good quality of spin and stuff like that. So maybe Virat might struggle a bit, but I feel like Faf might go on to hit a 50 or a 70 like that. So yeah, my pick is Mr. Du Plessis.
Yeah, I picked Faf both games. एक game में he failed for me and एक game में he did not. He did well. 30 कुछ मार दिया था and yeah, I think they need some runs from the top order and they need runs from the foreign players. Faf रहने Maxwell रहने Cameron Green भी रहने like they need some because the Indian players have been stepping up for RCB. जैसा अनुज रावत है, दिनेश कार्तिक है, विराट कोहली है. तो Faf को थोड़े runs, especially top of the order अगर उन्हें मार दिया power play में, it will yeah benefit RCB a lot and yeah, I think he's not a guy who stays quiet for too long. Kahin na kahin runs मार देता, तो Faf is my second pick as well. Yeah, I would go with Faf du Plessis.
My second pick will be Mr. Shreyas Iyer. He got out on a duck in the first game. It's the second game, mind you. KKR का second game है, RCB का third game है, just so people don't get confused. And Shreyas Iyer is someone who wants to get back into the Indian team. He wants to try to probably fight for a spot for a T20 World Cup, but I don't see that happening. But yeah, I think he would definitely want to get at least a good, decent amount of runs. And Chinnaswamy is a small ground. He's more capable of, well enough capable of clearing out the boundaries, biggest boundaries. Bombay में भी देखे अपन कहाँ के देखे बड़े छक्के मारता होने. So I think yeah, Shreyas Iyer, if he gets going, if his back is fine and everything is intact, maybe you might see a good high scoring.
You don't believe that though. You don't believe it inside. You're just going like that. ऐसी अगर तुक्का है तो मिल गया तो मिल गया. You don't
No, no,
believe in Shreyas Iyer.
No,
You do not.
I believe he has ability. I will
No,
not take that away because World Cup में तो मैं जो देखा, I can't say that he doesn't have ability. But today, in general, I just feel like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel like he's gonna do something good. Because
Shreyas
अभी देखो,
Iyer.
captain of the side है IPL में एक साल के बाद आ रहा आके आप एकदम तक, so you have something to prove to, you have something to play for. And obviously, you're the captain. You have to set an example. You have to gain the confidence back. On Nitish bhi tha captain last year. So like, अरे इसको क्यों like those things might happen. So I just think as a player, as a individual that Shreyas is, he's very competitive, and yeah, I think he'll want to get back on the grind.
Yeah, my third pick, I'm gonna go with Andre Russell. I think उसका यही है कि consistency I'm not sure with. I mean, he's already scored his 50-60. कभी he becomes quiet after that. But because the fact that I've seen him bowling as well, death overs भी उसको मिल रहे, so there is wicket potential over there. And we've seen Andre Russell, especially the last over that he bowls, he tends to pick up wickets over there. And bat के साथ अगर उसको आप देख ले 20-30 बॉल भी मिल गए उन्हें 70-80 भी मार दे सकता, तो मेरे हिसाब से Andre Russell, I'm gonna go with the all-round pick. And then his record in the Chinnaswamy, you remember in 2019 वो जो innings मारा उन्हें, what was it first required, 80 of 30 balls, 80 of 20 29, something like that, and the way he smashed it. And I remember Virat Kohli captain था वो time पे, he was also in shock, he didn't know what to do, fielders कहाँ रखूं कहाँ नहीं रखूं. तो yeah, Andre Russell at the Chinnaswamy, I will back him, so he's gonna be my third pick.
Yeah, I think that's also going to be my third pick on Russell. I would go with the same because power hitting ability, small ground, उसका एक भी तुक्का लग गया, like अगर Alzari डाल रहा उसको, Alzari will get clobbered by him. Like he can play anything. Yeah, spin maybe, but they don't have that many spinning options. I realized अपन दोनों भी ये time Maxwell को नहीं ले रहे because obviously दो back-to-back failures. Do you think there is some potential? I mean, there's potential there, but do you think like Maxwell might have a good game or not?
Maxwell again is a hot and cold kind of player. I picked he's my fourth pick. I have in my team because उन्हें bowling भी कर रहा. Last match में उन्हें he didn't get me runs, but he got me 2 wickets. 2 wickets is very good points, right? So like अगर उसकी bat नहीं चल रही और wicket ले रहा, तो he's still a fantasy pick in my opinion. I think you should look at him. And अगर उसका बल्ला चल गया तो वो bonus है. I mean, bonus either way, like, that's what the thing is. And yeah, like Maxwell is a type of player that, sometimes he'll just come out of nowhere and smack it. So I would like to back him a bit more and see how it goes from his point of view. And the fact that he's bowling more overs also gives me that confidence कि ठीक है अगर run भी नहीं आए तो कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें wicket ले लेता या catch ले लेता. तो Maxwell is going to be my fourth pick. I'm still not going to give up on him.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. My fourth pick is Anuj Rawat. I'm very heavily impressed by this guy till this season. Wicket keeping option is bowle points aa jate catch ke, and he's taken a few good catches. And again, batting wise, उन्होंने काफी अपने आप को change करे. He's become with a more attacking mindset, a more confident mindset. Comes down as a finisher role for RCB as well, and I think that's fetching me. That would look like he's going to fetch a lot of points.
Yeah, my fifth pick, I'm going with Sunil Narayan because, bowling wise, he still looks compact. Acha line length dal raha hai. He does keep it tight. In Chinnaswamy, they will look to go after him, and he can get some deliveries which beats the batsman, or like thoda sa मिस टाइम होके कैच भी ले सकते. तो मेरे हिसाब से नारायण इज अ गुड पिक. एंड आल्सो लास्ट गेम उन्हें ओपन करा. आई डोंट थिंक दैट थिंग इज वर्किंग, बट इफ ही इज ओपनिंग द बैटिंग देन दैट्स बोनस राइट फॉर मी. तो लाइक आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स गोना हैपन इन दिस गेम. लेकिन I'm going with the fact that okay, he might open, but more than anything, I'm looking at his bowling and I'm saying कि him or Varun Chakravarti, I need one of them in my team because especially the matchup against Kohli, Faf, Maxwell, I do back the KKR spinners. अगर आप देखें in the past, whether it's Harpreet Brad or even like Markande or these guys, they have troubled the RCB batsmen. So I think Narayan and Chakravarti will too. So sorry, Narayan is my fifth pick.
Yeah, I think mine is as well Narayan because like this guy's again with the ball what he's capable of doing. ऐसा आप बोले विकेट टेकिंग एबिलिटी तो है बैटिंग के भी पॉइंट्स आने वाले उनके पास से एंड अगेन एक्सपीरियंस इन द आईपीएल इज लाइक अ लॉट तो मेरा भी वही पिक रहने वाला है नारायण
आज
बिकॉज
अपने तीन
आरसीबी के
सेम
पास
पिक्स हैं
बॉलर हाँ आरसीबी के पास बॉलिंग ऑप्शन स्पिन में है नहीं ज्यादा लाइक करण शर्मा खेलेगा नहीं खेला आई एम नॉट श्योर
और वही है कि अगर करण शर्मा खेला तो उन्हें अच्छा पिक है बिकॉज आपको याद है पिछले साल ईडन गार्डन्स में चिन्नास्वामी भी उसके अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस था ही वाज द ओनली गाय हु वाज ही वाज द ओनली गाय पिकिंग अप विकेट्स फॉर आरसीबी दैट टाइम तो अगर उन्हें है अवेलेबल इज अ गुड पिक मगर हमको ये नहीं मालूम बिकॉज पिछले मैच में खेला नहीं उन्हें तो हमको ये नहीं मालूम खेलेगा नहीं खेलेगा
लास्ट पिक मैं बोल दूंगा आई जस्ट गो विद मियां भाई लाइक मियां सिराज भाई पावर प्ले बॉलिंग फैंटास्टिक चल रही है उनकी सो आई थिंक सिराज विल बी माय लास्ट पिक
I didn't pick my. You went before me, huh? Because we already have same. We have all three same picks. We got Faf, we got Russell, and we got not Maxwell, Narayan. Yeah. My last pick, I really want to go an extra batsman. Because I think that Narayan, Russell, and Maxwell can get me bowling points, but it's a risky shout. But I'll do it. I'll go with Virat. I'll go with Virat Kohli. I'll go with Kohli. I think the only reason I'm doing that is because मेरे पास मेरे को ऐसा दिख रहा है कि रसल मैक्सवेल नारायण शायद उतने bowling नहीं करेंगे लेकिन I will back them and then with the bat Virat Kohli will be my guy. Let's see what happens. The matchups don't suit him in terms of the spin. We've seen him be troubled, but again Virat Kohli is fresh. He's off a break. He's mentally in a good zone right now. He's a father of 2 children. He's looking at the T20 World Cup. He just wants to continue to score runs. And if he has a good IPL, that's good for India also. So I'll go with Virat Kohli. And it was Easter Fest in 2019. I remember I had landed in Canada. I went, turned on the TV, and Virat Kohli was at the Eden Gardens, I think, or Chinnaswamy, he was raising his bat 100. So today's Easter again. So let's go with that. After 5 years, maybe he can score another 100. So Virat
Tech
Kohli
Update is saying I'm super duper excited. Yeah, Yash Dayal is also a very good bowling option actually. I just realized when he said Dayal bhi acha khasa dalra for RCB getting the ball to move around. But I'm super duper excited for Yash versus Rinku. I think yesterday will be on fire with the bowling. What do you think Narayan will come in the power play early for the RCB batters? Gambhir's done that in the past. Like you've seen a lot of things. A lot of things depend upon the pitch of Bangalore. One thing that we're seeing in Bangalore is the pitch is not as flat or it's not easy to bat on now. Like we saw last game as well. Like थोड़ा बहुत close encounter हो गया था where Karthik and what's his name Anuj Rawat played a very good cameo towards the end, and then obviously even in the second innings we saw decent amount of batting. But you think there's a possibility Narayan because Gambhir can do anything. You can't really predict this guy.
I mean, it's going to be, I think, Varun Chakravarti is also an option in the power play. Narayan is also an option. So they do have that, especially to Faf and Kohli. If they want to slow things down, they can definitely try that. 100% option level. And they can bring Suyash as the impact sub if they want to play the third spinner. It depends on the pitch and conditions. If thoda sa grip ho raha ball, then of course I would go with 3 spinners because that is KKR's strength, back that strength. And it all depends on how they read the pitch and how the match starts. Of course, there's a big possibility that one of the spinners plays in the power play.
Yeah, and also should they play 3 spinners? Puch rahe aapko tech update.
Like I mentioned, it depends on the pitch, but yes, it's a good possibility because RCB thoda spin ke against struggle kar sakte, and agar hai kuch assistance, to theek hai, aap chale. It could be a risk if it's a flat pitch, but if there is assistance, then go for it. I think why not? That's our KKR strength. अब फास्ट बॉलिंग में मेरे को यही दिखना है कि मिचेल स्टार्क लुक ही इज अ विकेट टेकर, तो आई वुड कंसीडर हिम एज अ वेरी गुड फैंटेसी पिक. अगर उन्हें रन भी खाया जैसा खाया था सनराइजर्स के अगेंस्ट, फर्क नहीं पड़ता, आपको इकोनॉमी से कुछ देखना है नहीं, आपको विकेट्स
correct.
देखना है, राइट? अब जैसा नौके कल बहुत दबा के मारे उसको, बट ही स्टिल गॉट मी अ विकेट, व्हिच इज पॉइंट. सो दैट्स व्हाट यू हैव टू लुक एट मिचेल स्टार्क. Will is he going to be able to get those wickets? I think yes. I think he is deadly in the power play. We saw him swing the ball against Sunrisers. He was getting movement, and that could trouble the RCB batsman. And towards the end as well, there is always that possibility. He has a very good Yorker on him. He looks to target the stumps. So wicket taking ability usme to Mitchell Stark is a very good option. I think if you want a fast bowler, him and Siraj are probably the two fast bowlers I will look at. Spin wise, we'll probably go towards the Kolkata. I know Mayank Dagar has been decent, like, and we'll probably go towards either Chakravarti or Narayan. That's probably the safer option.
Yeah. You
And yeah,
also have
all
Surya
round.
Sharma bringing in as impact, right? Like Suyash Sharma भी
Yeah,
उनके
that's what I
पास.
mentioned. Suyash is also a good option अगर उन्हें आ गया तो. But I think your pick of Anuj Rawat, that's a very good pick because he's in good form. Last match में उतना नहीं करा, but he looks in decent touch. He's catching the ball as well. उसको 2-3 मैं देखा कल का मैच में, sorry उनका जो पंजाब से मैच था, मैं कल
Yeah.
हाइलाइट्स फिर से देख रहा था, and I saw that he was getting those high catches as well. He picked up a couple of good behind the stumps, so he will contribute as a wicket keeper as well. And as a batsman, the Indian players are doing well. Do you think Dinesh Karthik could be an option for people just
I
looking
mean,
at his form? But he bats a bit too deep, I understand
too
that,
deep,
but
yeah, too deep, and as well, he's not wicketkeeper anymore. I'm not saying that he did win them the game, but how consistent will he be able to do that? I can't really put a finger on it. That's where मेरे को थोड़ा as a manager, I'll be like, अभी I'll have to still keep him on my watch list for sure, but I'm not going to say कि भाई 100% in मेरी team में आएगा, because कार्तिक के अलावा भी अगर आपके पास रसल है, आपके पास मैक्सवेल है, you have bases covered in these guys, right? So I think like if Karthik was like one of them who bowls as
yeah.
well, then he's probably different. But
I think
bowls are,
ये गेम आपके पास ऑलराउंड ऑप्शंस है, तो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई इट्स अ बिट like Russell, Maxwell, Narayan. If you can fit these three in the team, then it's very difficult to make someone like a Dinesh Karthik thing. And shout out to Rinku Singh and Nitish
yeah,
Rana also. अब Rinku Singh का देखना पड़ेगा. He hasn't lit up the IPL so far on fire, but he's still a very dangerous batsman. Smaller ground, उसको he will like this matchup. And like you mentioned, maybe if I don't know if Ferguson will play, if he doesn't, if Alzari Joseph plays, that's a player that they might target, the Kolkata batsman, especially Hunter Russell, his fellow countryman. I'm sure he'll look to target him. So देखना पड़ेगा वो मैचअप कैसा जाता, because Alzari Joseph again he's picked up wickets, लेकिन he's been expensive power play में भी और बाद में.
Also another good pick, Mustafa. What we saw in the first game was Ramandeep Singh. That is also one good shout that
I actually wanted to pick him, man.
Yeah, but again, he bats too down the pecking order.
Yeah,
and,
that's the thing. I'm not sure, like, because there's so many quality options, it's very difficult for me to. If you drop Virat Kohli in this game, it's not a surprise because you have a lot of options. So that's how tough it is, match, man. Because आपके पास utility players both more than anything. It's not just the quality of players; it's the utility, right? You got a Russell who can give you 4 overs. You got a Maxwell who can give you 2 to 4. You've got a Narayan who will give you 4 as well, and who might open the batting. So, if we're looking at utility wise, we're trying to maximize. How much he's going to play. वैसा, like it might be that ये कोई भी ये तीनों कुछ नहीं करे और फिर आके end में this guy comes, Ramandeep, and finishes off the game for KKR, match winning 50. But in fantasy, you always want to look at maximizing what maximize who's going to play the most. And you have to take a risk, right? Like it's not going to be like आप Shreyas Iyer पे bank कर रहे because he's going to bat 1 down, he's the captain, he will face a lot of deliveries, so you're like भाई इन्हें चलने वाला है आज, अब वो चला नहीं चला.
And again, with the prospect of Sunil Narayan getting out early, if he's bat open, then you have Shreyas Iyer particularly.
Shreyas Iyer, so you're expecting him to maximize the delivery. So आप वैसे ही देखते KKR. My prediction today, KKR going to win. As a true RCB fan, Techie Update is saying my heart saying RCB, but brain saying KKR. हाँ जी.
Yeah, मैं वही बोलूँगा KKR का भी लग रहा है मेरे को थोड़ा somewhere down the line, because it's just their second game and like now they have enough time to read opposition, read their strengths and weaknesses. If they do their homework and compete, it's very, very probably going to be wanting to win this game, obviously, given what's at stake. And again, I think KKR के पास जो lineup है, Venkatesh Iyer भी है, Mustafa, we're forgetting him. There's so many players in this team right now. And actually, we've not, during the preview also, I just realized that KKR, वाकई में people are probably undermining them a lot.
Yeah, I mean they look dangerous, especially ये ground उनको suit करेंगे. And Gautam Gambhir भी है, but if you look at their team setup without him also, they are a very strong team.
Exactly.
They have good all-rounders. They have good hitters as well. T20 में वो होना आपको, right? Adnan भाई भी जुड़े हमारे साथ, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. सुनील नारायण Captain Virat, vice captain Fez. Who would you be your captain and vice captain?
My captain in what my picks, you're saying?
Yeah, or like
I think
yeah, or if you want to suggest something else,
if
but go
today
with your picks because
my
then
picks, I want to captain Faf. I don't know why. I just have this feeling that Faf might be right off the bat, right off the first ball, he's going to go half, and he'll because again, I think जो mindset RCB का रहेगा अगर वो लोग batting कर रहे first is basically that high. We need to have a massive total. What we saw Hyderabad, like Kolkata doing against Hyderabad in the first game, the extra runs, and Hyderabad doing against Mumbai. Chinnaswamy being a small ground, you want a very big total on the board, and you have to go from the first ball. So I think Faf and Virat will definitely go attacking in the power play because they have a Russell, because they have a Phil Salt, they have to make those bulk of runs. So that's the only reason why I just feel Faf might have a good game today and why he might be able to make like a 50-70 ऐसा कुछ बनाने वाला है.
yeah, मैं कैप्टन सॉल्ट को करूंगा and then कीपिंग पॉइंट्स भी मिल जाएंगे,
हाँ.
कैचेस डबल पॉइंट्स, तो आई विल गो सॉल्ट. एंड vice captain, I think it will probably be between Russell and Maxwell, but I'll probably go with Maxwell because he's due. I think he's due a big score, so let's go with Maxwell over there. Narayan, the reason why I'm not captain vice captain because देखो overs तो 4 मिल जाएंगे, उन्हें अच्छा bowling कर रहा. I think 1 to 3 wickets around that maximum 3 मेरे को उससे ज्यादा नहीं दिख रहा उसका. I could be wrong, and I'm just looking at it now if I'm picking my team. And then batting wise, even if he's opened the batting first, we've seen short ball is an issue. Siraj और Alzari Joseph वहीं उसको डालने वाले हैं, and they try to cramp him for room. So I don't know if he'll be able to maximize that. So that's why I'm not captaining vice captaining. But if अगर इसका लग गया 40-50 and he picks up for 3 wickets, then that will be a great gamble. If you do, so I think it's a gamble. If it comes off, it comes off. But I think the probability of coming off thoda sa less. That's why I'm going with a bit more like a safer pick, I would say, like an assault. I think he's in good form as well. So opening the batting, keeping as well. So I'll just go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's always better to go with options you feel will score or you feel like उनकी जब जो फोर्टे है उसके स्टिक करना. मे बी यू माइट सी लाइक हाँ भाई देखो नारायण बॉल के साथ 5 ले लिया, मे बी देन यू कुड से हाँ भाई ये एक्सपेक्टेड है, बट लाइक विद द बैट उतना ज्यादा आप उसको रेट नहीं करेंगे.
हाँ, जैसे एक बार मेरे को याद है one of my friends punter only had Varun Chakravarti in his team, and yeah, he picked up a 5 and he went crazy. So like I mean these things do happen, magar wahi hai, to sometimes you got to take the gamble, or sometimes especially start of the season go with players who are in form, and then when you need to make up or you want to do something crazy, then go with a crazy captain.
Game impact and influence on the game over the course of like 5-6 games, 2-3 games पे आप ले लो, आपको एक समझ में आ जाता है कि हाँ भाई ये बंदा दिख रहा, जज्बाती दिख रहा, ये बंदा नहीं दिख रहा, ये बंदे का influence है, ये बंदे का नहीं है. तो
exactly. And form sometimes a very good indicator. जैसा नारायण पराग सीजन से पहले ना फैज उसको देख रहा था, मैं देख रहा था, but yesterday Faiz picked him in the team because he saw his performance in the first match and he was impressed with that, right? तो अगर आप matches देख रहे, that's where the eye test becomes very useful. अगर आप देखते हैं कि ठीक है, it doesn't work all the time, we've seen it doesn't work all the time, but sometimes if you do watch and he's looking in form, you do want to pick him again.
Like Shahbaz also after Mitchell starts, you would want to pick Shahbaz, right?
Yeah, at Klassen, I picked him after the first game. I picked him again. I was very excited, and he was like, he got points again, right? But it doesn't always work like that. Doesn't like we had Sanju Samson yesterday. He didn't perform. So it doesn't always work like that. But yes, the eye test, the form. Also, you look at the venue fest. Chinnaswamy, what we predict from the pitch, the opposition bowlers, looking at the matchups, that's where I think maybe you're correct कि विराट कोहली आप नहीं लिए because the matchups might not suit him because KK are very heavily spin dependent and they can trap Virat Kohli there. I'm just going more with that that feel कि they're playing in Chinnaswamy is in good form and he scored a good knock in the last one. So,
and that's fair because he did perform, like he did hit a 70 plus, right? So yeah, that's fair. But again, we saw him struggle with Harpreet Bahr. But they don't have a left arm spinner in KKR, so there's like very small margins where you can't. These are the things you can't predict. It's like gamble that this is the gambling part. जो मुस्तफा भाई बोले कि you just go with what your gut is saying. टेक का gut बोल रहा कि आज KKR जीतने वाली है और RCB हारने वाली है. So
और यश दयाल उनका pick है, like I mean it could work out, right? Like अगर because he's pumped up रिंकू से बदला लेना है यश दयाल को, तो फिर it can work out or he can get deposited again because चिन्नस्वामी तो फिर छोटा ग्राउंड है, तो देखना पड़ेगा. It will be a good matchup. Be fun.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be a very good match. Two good sides on paper, balanced. KKR maybe not so balanced in the spin department. RCB going head to head. Chinnaswamy preview करने हम लोग आएंगे एक थोड़ी देर में फिर.
हाँ
Mustafa
जी.
Bhai will be there, and then we'll do the review as well. But yeah, till then, आप लोग thank you for joining us, Adnan Bhai, Tech Update, and everybody who came in whilst we were streaming. And catch you guys very very soon. Take care and have a nice rest of the day.